Dear viewers, in this video we are going to talk about relative atomic mass. Before going to start the topic, let me ask you the question. Suppose when I ask you to count the mass of the rice grain, or for example the number of the rice grain in this, do you think it's easiest way to figure out the number? You'll say what? What are you asking? It's a very tedious job to counting how many rice grain inside this bag. And so the mass also, it's not very easy. Now you imagine the atom which we cannot see, and I'm asking you to take a weight of that. Don't you think it's very difficult? So how the scientists figure out what is the mass of one atom and how they know what is the mass of other atom? So then the concept come relative atomic mass. You know one mass and then you compare other mass according to that. For example, if I'm saying that I'm 20 times bigger than you, and if you are 10, it means I will be just 200. So it's kind of relative. You don't know exactly how much you are. If you are 40, I will be multiply with that 800. So it's kind of relative, but you don't know exact figure. Now a kind of similar thing is with the atom. So the hydrogen atom is very simple. It has just one atomic mass. Okay, and then you try to compare to other element that with respect to hydrogen, what is the weight of other element. For example, here if I want to balance the oxygen mass, I need to put 16 hydrogen atom. But the problem is that what if I have a mass with the 200 or for example 20, it will be very difficult count one by one all hydrogen atom. So scientists taken a decision that around 1916 that they will accept a carbon 12 which have so they are do isotope of the carbon C13 and C12. This contribution is around 98%. So you can assume the approximately mass of the carbon will be closer to 12. So the scientists decided that they will take this carbon, which is carbon 12, and they will consider that okay, if you know that 1/12 of the mass of one carbon atom is how much to the one carbon atom. So basically if you combine the 1/12 mass of one carbon atom, right, it will be come to the 1 unit. Now let's take example. This watermelon, you assume that this is the one carbon 12 atom which have 12 unit. Now you chop down into 12 pieces, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 12, and this is basically will become 1/12. Now you put it here, which is the basically mass of 1/12 of one carbon atom, and then you compare other element atom how much heavy it is. Now what I mean by that, suppose if I am putting it here the 1/12 of the one carbon atom, and here I am putting oxygen, so it will come around 16 times heavier than this. So what I mean by relative atomic mass, I mean that the relative atomic mass of an element is the average mass of one atom of one element when compared with 1/12 mass of one carbon 12 atom. So this is the formula. What is the relative atomic mass? We write with AR, that average mass of one atom of the element divided by 1/12 mass of one atom of carbon 12. So if I am saying that Mg is 24, it means Mg magnesium is 24 times bigger in mass than the 1/12 of the mass of one carbon atom. I hope you understood. Now we know that till now with the simplest thing and comparative to this C12 one carbon atom, this is the you will see in the periodic table, this is called a relative atomic mass. So we have compare all of them with relate to the 1/12 of the carbon 12 atom. We write as a unified mass with U. Earlier it was written AMU, atomic mass unit. Now for simplified it is just written U. Oh, now what about chlorine? Why it is not a whole number? If you are comparing directly to the 1/12 of the carbon 12 atom, why it is not a whole number? So there is a problem, right? Okay, let's see the problem. So basically if you look the chlorine in this earth, we have two kind of chlorine. One chlorine which you found in 37, one chlorine which have mass 35. So now there's a problem, right? I cannot take which one I should take. I cannot know this. I don't know how much we should take this. So if you look in this nature, suppose there are 100 chlorine molecule, 25% are like this and 75% chlorine atom are like this. So as I told you in previous video that relative mass is the average mass of one atom of the elements. So you have to take the average. So what is the average here? Since the majority, as you can see, they are distributed between this 37 and 35, we have to take average. That in 100 there are 25% are like this. So basically 37 out of 100, how many are there? 25 plus 35 into 75 divided by 100. If you add all of them, you will find that this will come 355. Okay, which will become how much? It will be your 35.5. So that's why it is not a whole number, and this is, you can compare with any isotope given to you. Now why it is not problem with carbon? Because as I told you, 98% is contributed by the C12, so it is not going to make any difference. So I hope this relative atomic mass is clear for you. Now let's talk about relative molecular mass. It's kind of similar thing. In place of atomic, you just put the molecule. So what is relative molecular mass? It is the molecule of average mass of one molecule of substance when you compare with 1/12 mass of one atom of carbon 12. So the formula will be what? Similar kind of thing. Just in place of the atom, here I am replacing the molecules. Okay, what is the symbol? Mr. Now let's solve on the question. Now if I want to know what is the relative molecular mass of CO2, how to compare? You know that molecule are made of the atoms, so you have to take all the atomic mass. So let's see that. So relative atomic mass of carbon, how much I should write? 12. Okay, relative mass of oxygen, just now we have looked how much it should be, 16. Now when we add together two oxygen, the total mass of CO2 will be 12 plus 2 into 32, 44 gram. Sorry, we don't put a gram here because this is relative, so there is no unit. So the answer is that 44. So relative molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44. So you can solve what is the relative mass for sulfur dioxide and write in the comment box, so I'll know that you understood. This is very simple. So now we have done atomic mass, we have done molecular mass. Okay, what about ions? So ions, we give a name called relative molecular mass. It is nothing but same thing, but we talk only for the ionic compound. For ionic compound, yes. So let's solve the question. What is the relative formula mass for NaCl? So as you can see, they are made of the two atom, one you have sodium, one you have chlorine. So what is the relative mass of sodium? Relative mass of sodium is 23. And what is the relative mass of chlorine? Just now we have looked, it's 35.5. So when you add together, the relative formula mass will be, oh sorry, it's not 23, 25, it's 23. Okay, so 23 plus 35.5, yes, 58.5. So I hope you understood. This part is very simple. In next video I will talk further about the mole. Thank you. If you like this video, please like the and share the button. Thank you so much. Thank you.